Year! It's January 4th already, 4 days into the new year. We had a great New Year's Eve. Been busy since before New Year's Eve, getting ready for that. New Year's Day we met up with some friends, had some Bloody Marys, went over to their house, came home, and Monday was off to get everything washed and put away and cleaned up from the new year. And yesterday I was dead tired. Just tired. Now today I feel pretty good. One of my daycare kids just went home vomiting. So Friday, I think, did I do a video Friday or Saturday? Anyway, Friday I had one just River, go on. I had one that had the diarrhea and she ended up vomiting on Saturday, and then now today one just went home vomiting. So it's starting. The stomach flu or whatever virus is going around. Yeah, he just 3 times he vomited here. So sterilize everything, wash everything, Lysol everything, bleach everything. I'm drinking my green tea. I'm going to start my green tea after Dr. Oz was on the Today Show this morning, and he was saying that caffeine is a very bad thing for weight loss, which I never realized. I always thought it prolonged me from eating, but what it really is doing is triggering that binge. Because I hold off with my coffee in the morning, and then when I finally eat, it's like, because I get a caffeine buzz then, and then I've got to feed it. So I'm only going to have 1 cup of coffee in the morning when I get up, which is 6:30, and then switch to green tea if I want more, but somewhere through the day I've got to drink my green tea. But he said it's half the caffeine, and it has something in it that does something with your enzymes or whatever. So I mean, I've got tons of it, so I might as well drink it. I've got my grocery list all ready to be bought. We haven't been at the grocery store, so I haven't really started any healthy eating yet, because I've got really nothing in the house. Yesterday I only ate twice. I ate in the morning and I ate dinner. Today now I had a big breakfast, because he was talking about that too, and my sister amazingly was just saying, because a long time ago I was doing that big breakfast, and then I wouldn't eat again till dinner, because that held me throughout the whole day. And so she just started that about the same time I was talking about doing half, just eating half my meal, whatever. And Dr. Oz this morning was talking about have your biggest meal in the morning. If you need something for lunch, have just a whatever, something small, and then something very light and easy for dinner. You're not even going to be that hungry. So I got up this morning, and after my coffee, about the time where that feeling comes that I get hungry, but I usually pass by it with another cup of coffee, and then I get really starving. So instead of doing that, I just went ahead and made my breakfast. I fried up some hash browns and put 2 eggs basted on top of it. I didn't have any toast because I had my 1 carb. And I could not even eat it all. I couldn't, because I took my glucagon, or whatever it's called. Yeah, my glucagon this morning at about 7. So I could not, and I drank a big glass of water after it today, which I think really made a difference, because I was like 2 bites into that, and I was like going, I'm not even hungry for this. But I kept nibbling at it just because I wanted to get something in my stomach. And I shared it with the kids, and now, not the least bit hungry, and it's 10 o'clock, and that's usually where I'm starving, and then I grab the wrong foods. So I have a whole drawer of cuties that I need to eat up, so later on if I get hungry I'll have a couple of those. And I know they're sugar, but I've got to eat them up, and I love them, so. And there's worse things in life. And then he also talked about the natural sugar versus of the sugar, of the fake sugar or whatever. He even said, if you're going to have sugar, have real sugar. Have a cube of sugar and whatever. Because your body digests that naturally versus that artificial stuff. Let's see, what else? On my New Year's Eve, dinner was, couldn't have been better. There was only one course we did that I'd never make again. They ate it and it was good, but it wasn't my favorite. It was a deep fried buffalo chicken ball. So basically like a chicken wing, except you roll it into a ball, your hot sauce, your cheese, your chicken, and then you roll it in egg wash and milk wash or whatever, and then deep fry it, and then you serve it with a homemade blue cheese dressing. It was alright. There was something about it that just the texture is something I didn't care for. We did a caprese tart that was excellent. It was on a puff pastry, and you bake that off, and then a puff pastry sheet. You bake that off, and then you put pesto on top of that, pesto sauce, and then you put sliced tomatoes, however thick you like them. I like mine thin. You put thin slices of tomato on the top, and then fresh mozzarella circles on top of each tomato. And then you bake it again to melt that cheese and get the tomatoes hot and stuff. And then right before it's done, you just drizzle balsamic vinegar on top of the whole thing, and then just zap it in the oven for one more second or minute. Oh my God, was that delicious and fresh, and oh, making that again. And then we did a beef Wellington cup, which was Martha Stewart's recipe. So good. You take phyllo pastry we did a mini muffin pan, and you take 5 sheets of phyllo and butter each square, and then you don't butter the top square, and then you stick those into the muffin pan so they kind of flute out a little bit. And then you saute your beef tenderloin, your mushrooms, and then when they're brown, then you add white dry wine, and let that kind of reduce into the mushrooms, and then you add cream, a heavy whipping cream, and heavy cream and garlic and all that stuff. I think that was about it. And then we put a couple blue cheese crumbles in the bottom of each one of those cups, and then put that mixture on top, and then you bake them. Oh man, were they good. So delicious. The flavor was so good. And then I did an Italian orange salad, which was, you take navel oranges and peel them, and then you slice them pretty thick, and then you lay those on a shallow pan, and then put olive oil over them and red wine vinegar and fresh oregano chopped. And then you let that marinate half hour. I actually did it early Saturday morning and served it Saturday night. It was fine. So, however long, but you want to marinate it. And then when you're ready to serve, you just kind of, toss it all again into that mixture, and then plate it up. I did 3 orange slices, and then in another bowl I took red onion and sliced it really thin, some chives, some black olives, and one more thing, maybe a little more fresh oregano, and you toss that up, and then you just, on top of your mixture, your oranges, you just sprinkle a little of that on, so each plate gets a little red onion, black olive, chives, and it's really a pretty salad. And it's the flavor, those flavors combined are very tasty. And it was light and refreshing. And then the soup was a golden onion soup. It was kind of the opposite of a French onion soup. But it was golden. So you use white wine and chicken stock instead of beef stock. So it's kind of like just the flip of a French onion. And then you put the mozzarella right into the soup, and then it had buttered croutons in it too. That was very good. Then the main course was prime rib with my husband's au gratins, which are so good. And then we just had after dinner drinks, and we went through 13 bottles of wine, 13 or 14 bottles of wine. vodka, whiskey, beer, I think 3 cases of beer, Kahlua, Bailey's, and Amaretto. We had a good night. We were all in bed by 2:45, I think. 3 o'clock, somewhere in there. So, and then back at it Sunday morning for Bloody Marys. So we had a full weekend. But it was so much fun. I got everything cleaned up now. And as I'm doing the dishes and putting everything away, it's just, you just think about everything and all the prep and the work and the fun. And it's just a great night. So anyway, I'm going to close this up. Happy New Year. And I'm hoping, I turned 56 on Friday. And I'm hoping that this is my year to get this done. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of worrying about Biggest Loser started again, so that's a good inspiration. I've just been kind of the last 4 days reading some stuff on, just reiterating stuff in my head about weight loss, and I just got to figure out which direction I want to go, because I'm in that hole and I'm digging, and I should stop digging. I don't know if I want to go back to the big breakfast. I don't know if I want to continue, the 15 sugars, the carb, go back to really discipline on that. I know I'm starting my juicing starting tomorrow morning because my husband has to pick up the stuff at the grocery store today. So that's starting tomorrow morning, square one. So I got to close this up, and I'll talk to you hopefully tomorrow. Bye.